Ad Astra. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that...
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help? Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Hounds are attacking the roots of the sacred sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great...
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already? Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Hound's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, you have our deepest gratitude. I will mark on your map the area...
Relax. We'll be back before you... They're attacking the sacred sakura! Stop them!
Observe. Be silent. Close your eyes. Observe. Nightfall. Close your eyes. Observe.
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the...
Torn to oblivion!
Shogun? Wait, no. Could also be A.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you. If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts. So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like but an excess of
Guess you can't argue with...
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of them must be eliminated.
Paimon feels so safe when we're... Oh yeah, after we've... This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? But why?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this.
What happened here?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you, there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma. You, beasts, and horrifying monsters are every last trace of...
But, look!
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now! The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope...
Don't worry, I'm right here.
You're back. Please, we beg you. You have only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun...
Look around you. The grass grows green and there are no monsters. Nor is there...
What? But how? I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh. I think I understand. Yes, thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw, the sacred Sakura can absorb an entity formed with strong purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly.
So the memories of the ones that died are all...
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now? Yes. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern, but my friend, Kitsune Saigu, reassured me that I had nothing to worry. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it...
So...
Indeed. I never had the chance to see her, but even then...
Hey?
Yes. All my martial might was... But... after my clash with human ambition, when I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of moving forward, inevitably. Just think of that soldier. All those who sacrificed themselves back then, gave as Inazuma's god. It is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on... I will never forget you. And...
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on.
As expected, there are a load of Rift Hounds here too!
Leave them to me. There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go, no?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Ah, makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned shogun. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off.
Fighting a battle in a distant land.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise. It sounds like the almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do? Oh, yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, and now the almighty Shogun is here. Imagine if this was something that even the almighty Shogun was powerless. People flee out of a desire to live on. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. So you see, as bleak as things may be,
Perhaps you are right.
it won't be long now before I have to say goodbye. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to... Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, the almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea. One moment, I'll just... I hope the others didn't...
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my... I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you?
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But... Well, okay. I can't decide whether it's a final regret.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much, and it makes Paimon so sad.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate?
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her, an ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. Makoto was more concerned with the force.
That's...
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity. Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have... But in the last analysis, Makoto...
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity. But now, I no longer cling to...
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be...
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not...
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Huh? Hey, where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long. As was the case with the memory we saw earlier.
So we won't get to drink his tea? We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt it. The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. You're right. But the things we've seen today, I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune's. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. The events of 500 years...
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, but this time... Yes. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. Why did she go to Conria first? It was there and then that
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and no one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as in the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness, with the help of the sacred Sakura's power.
This is all really hard to understand.
Yes. She had such... I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Sister? I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Would you like to go moon gazing? You can sit in my rocking chair and admire the view. Or we could go to the moon and gaze down at Teyvat. Whatever you prefer.
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey, are you sure you're all right? You're scaring us.
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best. Shine down! Illusion shattered!
Are you all right?
I'm fine. Shine down! Torn to oblivion! There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apology.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak,
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent and their willingness to grant their power to humans. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the...
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
To dust. To dust. Close your eyes. Be silent. Night falls.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we... But the Almighty Shogun is no matter what kind of threat.
Thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun!
Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, but even so, they are due a resolution.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later...
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon. I used to think just like that samurai. That I was first and foremost a warrior, but what Inazuma needs more than a warrior... Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still... Yes, they are. As the Raiden Shogun...
Well said. Sounds...
Change will come to no matter how long it takes. Now that we've dealt with the rift, I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work.
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon, she seems to have changed a lot. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up. What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... I can't move it. It looks like... the situation... No need. She is calling me. I need to go to the cave below the Grand
Why?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past.
Close your eyes. Observe.
By the protection of the Electro Archon.
Wish my sister could play. Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Wish my sister could. Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Wish my sister could play hide and seek with me. Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Sister could play hide and seek with me. Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled. Wish my sister could play hide and seek with me.
Without lightning to give warning, the sound of thunder is quite startling.
The insolent shall be
Flow.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Observe.
This body belongs to ice. And
Wayne.
Close your eyes. Be silent. You'll sorely regret that. Night falls.